Here's the report that's being referenced there. Randy Miller of NJ.com writing that the Red Sox have emerged as a favorite, maybe the favorite, he writes, to land free agent Juan Soto. Two people with knowledge of the contract negotiations told NJ.com. My question about that is, when you say contract negotiations, the way that's worded, it to me means that they're in the money stage of this, that it's not about being sold on one particular town, that you're talking to all the teams involved about what the money is. And the teams you're still talking to are teams you're willing to play for.
Right.
That you're not picking your team and then working out the money. You're picking out a list of places I'm willing to play. Now what's the money? Maybe I'm reading too much into that, but that's how I read it. Milliken's anxious. He wants to say something.
I agree with you on that respect, that if you have a great agent, and obviously he does.
Yeah, he's got the best.
It's now, let's not mess around anymore. Give me an envelope from each team. And we're going to look at them. Then we're going to say which one's fair, which one's not. And we're going to come to you and say that your offer's not good enough. Up it again. And it's going to be a bidding war. It's about the money. I don't like Harold's talking there. He mentions the money at the end. Like, no, money's first. This one sport, that sport, is about the money because it's guaranteed. And it's a weird thing about the professional athlete. It's you want that security for family. Like, you look at that dollar value and you think, this is what I got to do, and it doesn't matter where I go. They're gonna have to blow both New York teams out of the water for him to come here,
or at least match. I mean, I think that's what.
I think it's,
well, no, I think that's what the sell is about, so that you don't have to blow them out of the water. You just have to be at the same. You have to match the money. You don't have to blow them away. That's why you do the sell job. That's why, according to NJ.com, David Ortiz, as we know, has been trying to convince Soto on the city, on the manager, apparently on the farm system, in that, hey, they have a great farm system. They've got a lot of young players coming up, but they're building a winner there. That's what David Ortiz is trying to tell Juan Soto. So, NJ Advanced Media, that's NJ.com, reports the Red Sox have told Soto they intend to sign 2 additional big money free agents as well. Now this is where I start laughing my ass off, because what are we talking about?
3. Now you're 3.
Okay, but if you're just connecting dots, right? Like, that's Max Fried and Willie Adames, a guy that we know the Red Sox have a scheduled meeting with.
Yeah, no, let's see it. Let's see them get all 3. Yeah, come on. If they land Soto, you think they're still going to go out and keep spending to that degree? Like, come on.
If you're so serious, said the top of the rotation arm and Juan Soto. It's not an either or. It's both. If they get
Beatles
Soto.
right here. If you're so serious and you want to sell him, prove it. Like, go get those 2 guys.
Exactly. Why can't you go sign them today?
Well, that was
serious.
The Blake Snell thing to me. It was like, that was a guy, if you were willing to throw 182, you could have showed up to those meetings and been like, look, we just paid a top of the rotation arm. I think that's the miss on Snell.
That's a great point right there. Like, he goes to the Dodgers right away. Bang, they get him. They don't care. They're going to pay him. I'm
not pissed that they lost out on Snell.
I'm with you on that.
I think Snell here or in New York or in the markets that matter is not his best version of himself. I think L.A. is perfect for Blake Snell.
There's a David Price attitude thing to him.
Oh, yeah.
All those reports about him not loving the markets and stuff like that just gave me every single free agent bust the Red Sox have ever gone after.
Can't be sensitive here.
He was also the guy, though, that didn't need a strong infield defense behind him. The best strikeout pitcher of anyone on the market right now. And you could argue with where the Red Sox defense is at, that fit added up. Plus, he doesn't have the QO attached.
He's perfect for the markets he's played in. You know, that's what I would say about Blake Snell. Tampa Bay, San Diego. San Francisco is probably a little bit much for him. They actually care about the team there. They're really into they are. I mean, Giants fans, they have a real fan base there. So that was probably a lot for him.
They put people in the water to
catch
home runs there.
Now he got the hell out of there where he can be like the 10th best player on the Dodgers. So that's right.
Yeah,
I think that's
he just blends there.
Yeah, I think that's a good spot for him. I'm not mad at the Red Sox for not going after that particular player. But this idea that they are selling him on, we'll go sign 2 more players. Why not go sign him right now?
There's your bait. We'll prove it to you.
Why not prove it? You've got time.
Sure. Winter meetings start what? Winter meetings are Monday?
I will say this. Maz seems to believe this thing is going to get wrapped up within the next 10 days.
I was going to ask you, like,
and
I
heard him say that maybe a week ago. He was saying, based on some of the reporting, based on how Scott Boras operates, it's kind of a longer thing, but that this could very likely be wrapped up by the end of the
And the money's real. You understand where you're at. This isn't like it's going to be like a 3-month bidding.
Well, this isn't that complicated, right? I mean, that's what you're saying.
Shouldn't be.
You know the teams that are involved. It is believed, according to the report, Red Sox, Mets, and Blue Jays are all in on Soto. Yankees and Dodgers in contention.
All right, so that scares me about the Dodgers, by the way, being in contention, because I feel like they always are, and then all of a sudden there's this Godfather offer with a bunch of deferred money that gets them on board.
One person with knowledge of the discussions believes the Red Sox, Mets, and Blue Jays all have made offers upwards of $600 million, while the Yankees are in the $550 million range. A former Soto teammate recently told NJ.com that he's seeking a contract higher than the record $700 million deal that Shohei Ohtani got last winter. That was 10 years, 680, with 680 deferred on that deal. 680 million deferred. Stupid deal.
Allows you to sign everybody else, though.
They need to fix this error in baseball. A deferred money problem is a problem. Soto prefers a deal, however, with no deferred money, which I got to be honest with you, is kind of absurd, because deferred money has been a pretty regular part of record-breaking type, even if it's not the record breaker, top type deals. And I'm not talking Shohei Ohtani deferred.
Oh, like Bobby Bonilla back in the day.
Well, no, I mean,
I get it.
Like
but
Manny. Manny was still collecting I think he might still be collecting a paycheck from the Red Sox.
Devers has $75 million deferred on his contract.
Yeah, right. I'm not saying he's going to defer $680 million, but if you're looking to get apparently he wants $700 million. They're going to look to defer $100 or $150 million of that contract. They're going to be like, listen, well, your family will get it until the end of time, but we're not going to pay it all out in the next decade.
There's something about getting it up front, though. Like, you set the market,
but he's going to have plenty of money up front. Yeah. It's not like he's
give me my money now, though. Give me it all now.
Not making rent. Yeah.
I mean, listen, if you want it all now, you're not going to get $700 million right now. I just don't think that's going to happen for you.
I also don't believe it's about getting to 700. I think it's about beating the present day value. I think that and the AAV are the more important thing here. And I think this is where you get into this sticky spot with like Randy Miller and everything. Credit to him. He was the first one that had the first round of offers coming in.
Yeah.
But if you ask Yankees fans about like where his reports usually are, he's missed quite a bit. And I think that's why a story like that where you're saying the Red Sox are possibly the favorite now, it would be much bigger and a lot more people would be going crazy if they felt good about the source. Because you go to Jack Curry yesterday, who is seen as the guy in Yankees lands from
Network,
who nails everything. He had a much different tone about the Yankees than anything that was in this report.
And what did he say?
He said that the Yankees feel very comfortable with the way the conversations have been. They've had a productive, meetings, several of them so far, and that they're pretty happy with how things have gone. This paints it like, oh, he's already gone from New York. And I will say, for Jack Curry, he was the one who knew they were not getting Yoshinobu Yamamoto last year before anyone.
So he thinks the Yankees feel good about it, which to me is more reason for the Red Sox to get it together and get it done. And by the way, I think this is going to be really stupid. This is going to be a stupid contract, whatever it is.
We do have some Red Sox breaking news a little bit here.
Well, let's hear that.
Chris Cotillo.
Can we hit the sounder for it? Is it sounder worthy?
What do you think?
Did Love come in?
Be careful.
Wait. Did Love come in to say something about it?
He did.
Then hit the breaking news. Hit the damn breaking news, McCone. Love came in. It must be important. It must be.
On 98.5, The Sports
It's
Hub.
great. I love it. We timed this out perfectly. What do we got?
Chris Cotillo tweeting out that the Red Sox have progressed in talks with Aroldis Chapman and are working towards signing him. See?
Love.
I mean, if this was like
His
5,
pants were only
6 years
halfway
ago.
Big name. Big
Yes.
name from the past. I like this.
Yeah. A decade ago, yeah.
Can you put stuff like on the neck?
He's 36.
He's
36.
Can you get Rivera? What about Bernie Williams?
He's
also going to be a PR.
He's going to turn.
Who's the
he's
angry
gonna-
elf
wait.
in right field, Ward 11? Gary Sheffield.
He's going to turn 37 before the season begins next year. Isn't he? Doesn't he abuse women? Isn't that his background?
There's some things
Oh yeah,
there.
he got a good guy award here too for Aroldis Chapman. Yeah.
Well, there's your player to lure Juan Soto to Boston, right? Yeah.
Give
They're
room
going to
with
get it
him.
done?
They can run together on the road.
Yeah.
Told you, I felt like breaking news was aggressive there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That probably tells you they're not chasing after Tanner Scott or Jeff
We
Hoffman.
haven't hit that button in a while, though.
No, it's true.
You
It's
know,
true.
What was the last breaking thing we had? Like, come on. It's been kind of like slow news, exciting stuff.
According to, at the time, it was Tim Brown and Jeff Passan that had the first reports on Chapman back in the day. This was from, was it 2016? Is that when it happened? Aroldis Chapman allegedly fired 8 gunshots into the garage of his Miami area home following an October argument with his girlfriend in which she told police he choked her and pushed her against a wall, according to police reports. Geez, that sounds like a police report I saw recently out of Braintree. Huh. Well,
Well, I mean,
maybe the Patriots and Red Sox are, finding ways to unite.
maybe she was extorting money from him.
Sure, if you believe the lawyer of the player. Yeah, sure. Yeah, great. All right. Well, great. That really killed the conversation, McCone.
I told you I didn't want to hit it.
I really don't think we should have done
He
that.
didn't want to hit it.
I really don't think
He
we
didn't
should
wanna
have done
hit
that.
it.
I didn't want to hit it.
I didn't want to hit it.
I don't think we should have even interrupted the conversation and mentioned it, quite
That was
frankly.
Beatles' decision.
I mean,
Louth gets itchy in that other room.
Louth walks in.
He gets itchy.
I see T-Bone. I see McCone spin around. They start talking through the glass. I'm like,
Yeah.
oh, something's
I
going
was
on.
like, I got it. Don't worry about it.
I was like, oh, we got a little something. Oh, we got a little Red Sox breaking
Yeah,
news.
he loves to do the spin around and distract
he
you
does.
guys.
He does the spin around.
Hardy never did the spin around.
That's true.
I'll stop doing the
Hardy
spin
never
around.
looked at me.
Hardy ain't here no more.
I'll only do it for Juan Soto.
Oh,
That's it.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Spin around for something that's Juan Soto worthy. More on Red Sox and Mets, though, because I really do think the Red Sox and Mets, if he doesn't go back to the Yankees, are the two teams that are it's going to be one of those two teams in my mind. And it's not the Dodgers that scares me with the Godfather offer. It's the Mets that would scare me with the Godfather offer. And why it's important the Red Sox really make a stronger effort than whatever they've done to this point to try and get this deal done. Let's talk about that. Juan Soto, will he land in Boston? Aroldis Chapman will turn 37 in February. His fastball in the month of September was registering at 98.7 miles per hour. Fourth best among all relievers in baseball at that time. If you're wondering if he's still got the gas, he still has the gas. 68 games for the Pirates last year. 3.79 ERA. He had 14 saves, including 9 serving as the closer for the Pittsburgh Pirates, if you're wondering where the hell he was. Because if you weren't watching the Pirates games, how would you know? That's Aroldis Chapman, who is apparently headed to Boston to become a member of the Boston Red Sox. Will Juan Soto be joining him? Is a question that we continue to ask. Where the Red Sox stand with Juan Soto. Just based on the teams that are involved, the teams we expected, the Yankees, the Mets, the Dodgers, apparently the Blue Jays. For a second straight year, the Blue Jays are going for the big name in free agency. What kind of statement would it make for the Red Sox to be the team that emerges as the one with Juan Soto?
It would sort of mean like you're kind of back, like you're back in it. Meaning, it felt like it's been a long time since they were in on every big free agent, going back to like the David Price year. That was what? When they went at 18? So like you got to go back to 2007. We're talking 7 years since it felt like they're really going after somebody. Tells you like they're in it. Like this is like, I don't know if it would make up for like the whole Betts thing. It really wouldn't, because you would have wanted to keep a player like that, homegrown, and eventually pay him what he was worth. And that guy's gone on elsewhere and wins. That stings you as an organization. But this would mean you're taking things serious again. I just don't see them empowering Breslow that way. Like, this is like not the Breslow type move. To say we're going to go and we're going to spend. Like, you want those type of guys want to build it a different way. They want to slowly, methodically build a farm system. Go the cheaper route. Play the percentages. This is not like them to be on a $700 million a year. $700 million player, or 600, whatever it's going to come in at. I know he's asking for 7, but it would mean you're back, and you stole him from the other big dogs. Mets have money, Yankees have money, Dodgers have money. I don't really factor the Blue Jays in. Still, like it's Toronto. It's about the Yankees and Dodgers. Like you would beat them on a player.
I know there's no trophy for winning the offseason, but they haven't won anything. So winning the offseason right now would feel pretty damn good.
Yeah, it's like it would feel like old hot stove season.
Yeah.
Like back when that thing started, man, and Jim would play that stupid bacon cooking on a stove. You know, that awful sounder Loth had.
Hey, speaking of sounders, hit the breaking news sounder
This
again.
is breaking sports news
Powered by Valvoline Instant Oil Change.
on 98.5 The Sports Hub.
There you go. Breaking Red Sox news, McCone. What do you have for us?
It is official. Aroldis Chapman to the Red Sox.
John McCone.
1 year, $2.75 million contract pending a physical.
10.75.
That's what I said, didn't it?
2 point. You said
Oh,
2.
no, 10.75. Yeah.
I was going to say
2 and
Difference
10,
of $8
very
million.
different numbers.
Yeah. Rounded down.
1 year, 10.75, Aroldis Chapman to Boston. Per multiple reports at this hour.
It's legit bullpen money.
It is.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You excited, Milliken?
On the field, it makes a lot of sense, right? You're talking about a guy. Alex Cora said two things. We need swing and miss stuff, and we need velocity. And we all know the Red Sox were short on left-handers. I think they looked at the price for Tanner Scott and said, this is a guy who may not be all the way up there, but is a very strong lefty with all those characteristics that we don't have to give a 4-year, $60 million deal to. I'm just saying with the PR and stuff like that, it's a very interesting move, you know, with some of the other moves you haven't been willing to make with other players that have had these issues for you to dive deep on Aroldis Chapman, at least this early in the offseason.
So that's who they've got. Aroldis Chapman. Breaking news. Thank you, Valvoline Instant Oil Change.
For 2.7.
Love our people at Valvoline.
Yeah. I went there last month. It's great. You sit in the car. Never have to get out.
It's nice.
Yeah.
Yep.
Talk some sports with the guys.
15 minutes,
You
baby.
use the one in Walpole.
Walpole, yeah.
Nice one. I got a big
Nice one. They're supposed to be the bad ones. They're all.
Oh, it's clean. That's a nice one. Yeah, it's really nice.
Yeah, I think they pride themselves.
How would you
on
know?
that.
You don't get out of the car.
You can tell.
You could smell
You
it.
can tell.
Look.
You can.
I've been
when
to
you're pulling in, you see how clean the floor
I've
is.
been
in
to
that
some of those.
garage, how
It's
well
the ones-
organized it is. You can tell.
where you get out, you got to go sit with the other magazines that look like they're all sticky.
Oh, the worst, man.
And the hot pot of coffee that looks like it's been cooking there for like a week.
You don't even know if they're working on your
Sludge.
car. Yeah.
Right. Guy comes in. I can't factor the coupon in. Oh, really? You can't? Yeah. That's not a Valvoline.
No.
No, those competitors. If we could even call them that.
Guy comes
Fuck.
in, like,
Gross.
dragging ass, like,
I haven't been there.
I got to check you out. I'm like, oh, okay, because I just want to sit here all day. Yeah.
Spot on analysis.
Yeah.
There you go. If you like that clip, check out more videos from Zolak and Bertrand here. For more Red Sox analysis and opinion, hit this playlist. And for all the latest from the Sports Hub, download the app at 985thesportshub.com.